by. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Philadelphia Catholic League basketball on a Friday night. We join you live here from Chestnut Hill College, a rescheduled, a new venue contest between LaSalle and Archbishop Carroll. We'll bring you now inside the broadcast booth. Bob Long, we got Danny Roby, we have Alex Shevchuk, and we have Oliver Gomez with us here tonight. Thrilled to bring you the action, and guys, a little bit on how we got here this evening. Archbishop Carroll, they've been battling power issues because of the big storm that came through early this week. Still don't have power in that gym, and so what was a home game for Archbishop Carroll, now they got to schlep to the road right down the street from LaSalle because this was one of the only venues where they could play this game here tonight. So that's how we got here. But now, Danny, this game takes on massive importance because LaSalle and Archbishop Carroll, two very talented teams that expected to play in the postseason in the Catholic League, find themselves 0-3. Something's got to give. Someone's going to be 0-4 after this game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Bob. And we said this a few weeks ago, how every game has seeding implications, right? Both these schools are winless so far in the PCL, and Carroll had three big losses to Newman Goretti, Archbishop Bryant, and St. Joseph's Prep, which are recognized as some powerhouses in the league. Now, this is a very young team, as is LaSalle. Only three seniors on the LaSalle team. Not a single upperclassman on this Patriot team. So really excited to see both of these young squads battle it out tonight in a big game.
Alex, for you, some very talented players for Archbishop Carroll. One in particular that hasn't been playing every game because he was banged up, Munir Gregg. He is expected to play tonight. He's dressed, looks ready to go. And that's a big shift for this Carroll team and what they're looking to do offensively.
Yeah, Bob, Munir is a big factor on this Carroll team. He was supposed to play with Imhotep this season, but during the summer there was a transfer, and now he's playing with this young Carroll squad, which is going to have a very, very bright future, hopefully, in the Palestra in the upcoming years.
And then, Oliver, to you here in terms of this contest, an opportunity for LaSalle to get right after a tough game against Devon Prep that you called last week. What do you think the key will be for LaSalle to recover from what was a really nice offensive performance, a tough final minute, to get a win here tonight?
Yeah, a big thing for LaSalle in that game against Devon was they were giving up way too many offensive rebounds. It seemed like they got so many putback points, and they have to eliminate that today to keep the score total down, to give themselves more chances on offense, and they can't keep giving away those easy points.
We'll now take you to the floor as LaSalle, you see inside their huddle, they're getting ready to go. No national anthem, it doesn't look like. The starters for Archbishop Carroll are out on the floor already, and we're going to play some basketball and get it started right at 7 o'clock p.m. here tonight.
Always good to get right into action here from Chestnut Hill College. Member of the CACC here. A nice crowd here for this gym for a rescheduled game, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely. Varsity only, by the way. So a lot of these games, freshman, JV, then varsity, 4 o'clock, 5:30, 7 o'clock. Tonight, just 7. So it was a late arriving, not just crowd, but a late arriving both sets of teams coming in here at about 6:15 to get ready to go. But all the same, Philadelphia Catholic League basketball and huge implications as we talked about on this one. Brady Joyce on the camera, Danny Roby, Alex Shevchuk, and Oliver Gomez, our student broadcasters here tonight. I'm Bob Long. LaSalle will be dressed in the navy, and Archbishop Carroll will be dressed in the white. A couple of younger head coaches here today. Fran Bowe, who's done a great job with Archbishop Carroll since taking over for Paul Romanchik, and Ryan Ansel for LaSalle in his first year.
Yeah, absolutely, Bob. And Bo coached a great game that we called last year when the Archbishop Carroll Patriots beat the Father Judge Crusaders at home in the PCL quarterfinals.
That one goes off the foot of Nasir Rawls, who's a tremendously talented guard, just a sophomore. LaSalle squaring up defensively. That's Liam Hawley taking on Terrell Davis. Alex Shevchuk talked about how young this team is. There's one of the young guys right there. Luca Foster, the sophomore, playing at the wing position, will shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, Luca Foster right there hit with some definite contact going up right there. We can see That's Joey Shields there, who comes on just from the side. We'll send him to the line.
Foul trouble has become an issue for this LaSalle team. Nick Parisi has been in foul trouble for a few games here early on in Catholic League play. Hayes Altamari in his most efficient contest for LaSalle against St. Joe's Prep, he went to the bench with foul trouble and fouled out in that fourth quarter of that game. So something to try to avoid for LaSalle. 1 of 2 from the line for Luca Foster. For LaSalle, Hayes Altamari starts. Liam Hawley on the ball. Nick Parisi and Grayson McHugh is back in the game. We talked about expecting to see Munir Craig, which is great for Archbishop Carroll. LaSalle has their big back in the game after an injury. And that's kicked off the leg of Nick Parisi.
Yeah, how about the pressure right there from that Patriot defensive set? I mean, just really in the face of Liam Hawley, caused him to then pass that ball off to Hayes Altamari. That ball was coughed up, and like we saw, kicked off the leg of Parisi.
There's a kick for Archbishop Carroll. That 3 is good from the outside. Ian Williams, the sophomore. Another giveaway here. And a little bit too much mustard on that one. You pick up the play-by-play,
okay,
Danny.
Awesome, great. It's number 11. Nate Ruslik, his 3 is not good. Ball is coughed up, picked up by Hayes Altamari. Off to Hawley. Hawley stretching out to Shields. Into the paint, that's Grayson McHugh. Grayson McHugh, his floater will not go. Picked up again, Carroll coming down the court. That's a layup right there for number 11, Nate Ruslik.
Yeah, that's something you want to watch out on this Carroll offense. They do a lot of player leaking, and they play very fast offensively and just like you saw, defensively.
Yeah, exactly, Alex, and that can create a lot of great points in transition for this team, trying to take advantage there and set the pace early in this contest. So the score is 6-2 here. Archbishop Carroll is the home team in this contest, although this game is being played no longer than 10 minutes away from LaSalle College High School. The ball, number 2. Down into the paint there, that was number 22, Drew Corral. No good there on that contest here. Liam Hawley with the ball, passes out to Shields. Back to Hawley. Sal stretching the floor, back down. Joey Shields with the ball. Finds McHugh. McHugh will let one fly off the front end of the rim, but that ball is tossed up. Now it's picked up by Foster. Foster all the way to the rack. Fouled right there. That's a lot of contact from number 21.
1 for 3 for the line from Luca Foster.
Foster's such an athletic build and definitely someone to look out for in the coming years. He's only a sophomore, and that's just something that's so unique about this Archbishop Carroll team is that there are no upperclassmen, like we said in the pre-game introduction. Definitely a young core, looking to excel for years to come here in the Philadelphia Catholic League. That ball is passed out to Shields. Shields drives in, kicks back out to Hayes Altamari, number 21. Altamari finds Parisi. Parisi lets one fly off the back end of the rim right there. That ball is coughed up again. LaSalle comes on top of it. Parisi going in for the drive, and he's picked up on the foul right there.
Yeah, Danny, but Young is right about this Archbishop Carroll team. But surprisingly, 6 of the 8 players on the court for Carroll have Division I offers. And that's something that you don't really see a lot, especially when there's no upperclassmen on a team and there's already 6 players with D1 talent.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And, that's something that really is so hard to do. Of course, we understand that Carroll graduated a lot of their stars, Dean Coleman Newsom being one of them, and then they had a lot of key players transfer out, such as Jake West. So it's obviously so important that they were able to rebuild in such a quick fashion, call up a lot of their guys from from the JV squad as well as get some key transfers. That's the making of a great young program right there, is the ability to attract young players right there. That's number 22, Drew Corral. With that put-up attempt, that'll extend their lead to 9/4 here. Hawley driving in, passes down to McHugh on the baseline, dumps that one off to Hayes Altamare, picks up his dribble, finds Parisi, top of the key. Back out to Hayes, he'll let one fly from the corner, off the front end of the rim again. And like we said, Alex, Carroll begins to leak once more. That's an and one play. Munir Gregg, the shooting guard, and the freshman all.
So we had a little bit of technical difficulties there, and we're going to pick up now at the beginning of the second quarter, 14-9. My folks here, Danny Rovey, Alex Shevchuk, Oliver Gomez, walk through some of the keys in that first quarter. As it stands, Archbishop Carroll 14 and LaSalle 9. Joining you here from Chestnut Hill College, and this broadcast will go up after the fact. We're going to upload this to YouTube because we're having some issues with the internet. Doesn't happen often, but it's happening here tonight. So we apologize, but appreciate everybody hanging with us here on Bob Long Sports, and we'll do our best to get this out as quickly as we can after the conclusion of the contest. In fact, right down the road from us, Villanova is playing DePaul. My commitment, this game is up before the end of that Villanova-DePaul game, somewhere around 10 o'clock. How about that?
Hope we have it stamped on air, so.
Can't go back now.
Yeah.
So Archbishop Carroll now with a 5-point lead. Rawls pulls this back. LaSalle's gone into and now out of that zone defense. They come out man-to-man to start the second quarter. These guys touched a little bit on the foul trouble that Archbishop Carroll had in that first quarter, but we go back to 0 apiece in the second quarter, part of the new high school basketball rules. Here's Hayes Altamare. Will Bear, strong catch, gets into the low post. Luke Hudak, who just checked into the game, and Nick Parisi on the wing. Altamare open for 3, and that's a bit long. Danny talked about it, I think, while we were off air there, but that there is no true high school three-point line. You have the men's college three-point line, the women's college three-point line. No high school basketball three-point line where you have that asymptote of the three-point line kissing against the top of the key. Here's Luca Foster, super talented sophomore. Jarrell Davis, the freshman point guard. And Archbishop Carroll's going to force LaSalle to come out to guard. A little game of chess here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something we've seen a lot so far in this contest is the Patriots are definitely pinned back deep to start a lot of these possessions there. They take their time on a lot of these. Try to find the right bucket here. The lapse in the defense right there, and that ball is picked up by Joey Shields.
3 on 2. Parisi hangs and hits to cut it to 3. Timeout, Fran Bow. Less than pleased with his squad.
Yeah, and right there, Archbishop Carroll there, giving up some easy points for LaSalle. We saw Shields come up with that ball. It was coughed up, and then, right like you said, Bob, a 3 on 2, fast break opportunity. So LaSalle uses that odd man to their advantage and takes it right to the cup.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball. It's an AAU basketball organization here in the Philadelphia area with some tremendous coaches. Teams from 3rd grade through 12th grade, boys and girls. If you're looking to get involved with one of these teams, find a tryout near you. You can check out their Facebook page and Next Play Basketball online. Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They're our favorite LaSalle realtors, and they can help you buy or sell your home. Helped my wife and me several years ago, and we're so thankful to have them as friends of ours, and they can help you through the process. Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. So the chess match continues as LaSalle comes out in a 1-2-2 half-court zone. Get the ball to the middle of that zone. Dangerous pass to the corner. Munir Gregg is the one in the middle of that zone, now flashing to the top of the key. And in contests that have been all run and gun in the Catholic League for LaSalle, now this zone defense, forcing and coercing Carroll to slow it down, but they get to the hoop and score behind Ian Williams' bucket.
Yeah, Ian Williams right there, the guard, did a great job of finding the open space and then driving right there. We saw that quick acceleration straight to the basket. That's just a glimpse into the talent that young player has.
Darrell Davis picks up the personal foul. You're going to see him go in with the right hand, and that's the difference. Coaches will tell you that all the time. If a dribbler is going to the right, you got to go in with the left hand. You come across with the right, you're going to catch that other side of the ball handler first. A good call. Davis sits down for the time being. Parisi attacks the body of the shot blocker. Drew Corral had no shot, and it's down to 3 again.
Yeah, Parisi right there did a great job of getting to the basket. That's what he does so well. He just has some tenacity there.
And Parisi is dinged up. You're going to see the extra pass here to the corner. And Carroll able to cash in, but the bigger issue for LaSalle is Nick Parisi. Thankfully, he's headed to the bench on his own power and then some, but a little hitch in the giddy-up as he heads to the end of the bench.
Preston Washington, number 15, will take his place. Preston Washington did a great job so far of hitting key shots in some big games, especially against LaSalle's 3-point loss to St. Joe's Prep.
Grayson McHugh, good footwork, but then didn't go up strong with it. Spinning fadeaway, Ian Williams.
Way to use his body and just create that extra space on the fade. Nice shot.
Carroll stays man-to-man defensively. They're looking to get the ball inside to McHugh as LaSalle. Hawley, great look, and open triple. And here comes Carroll the other way. Williams had a big game when LaSalle played last year against Archbishop Carroll. 19 threes hit by the Patriots. Hawley, and that is a goaltend. It wasn't needed. That ball wasn't getting above the rim, but the officials were given no choice when Corral, as you'll see on the replay here, is going to kick this after it hits the rim, knock it with his right hand.
Yeah, exactly. You can see number 11 there, Nate Rusik. You know, he was talking to Corral about his decision to block that ball. It almost looked like it was not going in. It looked like it was short and maybe off the outside edge of the rim. So definitely LaSalle capitalizing off that right there, getting some points off the goaltend.
That's well short. McHugh was there to box out, but never got to the basketball. Nice opportunity here for Archbishop Carroll. Luca Foster put it in. A heck of an assist from Corral after corralling the offensive count.
Yeah, and Foster so far in this contest done a nice job of not shying away from the basket there, going up with a lot of force and drawing foul calls in the process. That's huge there for this young player. Right there converting on another three-point play. Patriots lead by 9 points.
Washington thought about the three on the right wing. That's a wild shot there from Washington. Not a high percentage look. And a foul was called against Hayes Altamar. He doesn't like the call, but he brought down the arm in transition.
Yeah, and right there, definitely a lot of contact right there surrounding the driving play. Hayes Altamar, unfortunately, was the one that ended up with the call against him. So Carroll here going on a little bit of a run, and still have an offensive foul there on the floor.
And you mentioned that, Danny, going on a bit of a run. It's a big opportunity, a big moment you feel like in this game for LaSalle. How's the next 2:38 going to go? Can you cut it to 6, 5, or even less? Or is this game going the other direction?
Yeah, well, Bob, I mean, that's obviously is very important. But then we've also seen LaSalle do a great job of coming back from large deficits, especially against their game against the Hawks, St. Joseph's Prep. They were down at least by 20 at halftime in that contest. They found their way back bit by bit. You know, like we say so often here in the booth, basketball truly is a game of runs. And, you know, LaSalle, you know, when granted the opportunity from beyond the arc and such, they can go on an absolute, you know, run.
How good has Hayes Altamari been in the last couple of games shooting the basketball?
Yeah, spot up from beyond the arc is really the only way I can describe it.
He just does a very good job of just staying confident and never letting a miss discourage him. He just keeps on shooting them.
That's an open 3 for Corral, and I think LaSalle will live with that one. I got a lot of high-volume shooters and high-percentage shooters. Corral is not one of them. Ian Williams on the hand check, a little blocking foul. Rawls will check in. Davis will check in.
Yeah, head coach Francis Bowe right there, just doing a great job there, working in guys left and right throughout this team. Carroll's made a multitude of substitutions right there, and Nick Parisi, one of the leading scorers in this contest so far, drains another 3 for the Explorers.
Yeah, the Carroll defense fell asleep there, and it is down to 3. Wide open 3, not well guarded, but no chance on that one from Rosicki.
One right there, Rawls got caught biting a little bit. Parisi there, passes back out to Altamari.
McHugh. It's an offensive foul as he runs through Rosicki. You can be the judge at home on this one as to how easily Rosicki went down.
Yeah, definitely some legitimacy right there in that call. I mean, Grayson McHugh is obviously one heck of an athlete and has such a Division I build when you're looking at the basketball court. 6'8", and definitely has some size on him. So, you know, absolutely it's a lot of contact coming down right there at the elbow of the paint.
And the lower of the shoulder was a big part of it as well. Lowered that left shoulder as he was heading in. And that draws that call.
We talk about it a lot, and it's really one of the hardest calls to make here in high school basketball. We see, you know, a lot of charges, you know, really every game here from the Explorers or whoever the opponent is. So obviously it takes a lot of basketball knowledge to make a call like that.
25 seconds to go, and Archbishop Carroll, they've had no problem slowing up the offense. Ian Williams with the keys to the car, and Preston Washington is talking to him. This is a one-on-one battle. Now a give up for Davis, guarded by Hawley. They got fouls to give to LaSalle. Down to the final seconds. It doesn't go. And the LaSalle coaching staff applauds the effort defensively. We head to the break. It's a good one here in the Catholic League. LaSalle trails 24-21. Archbishop Carroll. Oliver, to you now. Your thoughts on the first 16 minutes of basketball?
Yeah, Bob, you mentioned in the beginning of the game, we mentioned the high press that Carroll was playing. We saw them slow it down towards the end of the second quarter, and that's when they got 2 straight really quick 3 balls from Hayes Altamari and Nick Parisi. So we mentioned, can they bring it back to a 5-4 3-point game? And it looks like they have.
Alex.
Yeah, just like Oliver said, they have kind of backed off of that press, but usually you don't really see Carroll playing slower or holding the ball as much, but they've been running their offense using good slips and backdoor screens like we saw to the handoff to Ian Williams to get that one layup on the other side. But they've just done a good job moving the rock and staying patient.
We'll take a break and we'll come right back here. So, in fact, because we are going on after the fact, we're just going to blow through the commercials, so stay tuned in about 10 seconds, and we'll come back with the second half. Let's have some fun with it. Second half about to get underway here on Bob Long Sports. Brady Joyce on the camera, Bob Long, Danny Roby, Alex Shevchuk, and Oliver Gomez, your broadcast team. We are here from Chestnut Hill College in a game that was rescheduled or moved from Archbishop Carroll, who's still without power, here to Chestnut Hill College, and the Patriots take a 5-point lead on that bucket from Jarrell Davis, who sat out a good portion of that second quarter. Trying to keep things in tow from a foul trouble standpoint. Liam Hawley, that was an odd angle on a challenging up and under. Open three for Rawls, and that one is well short. But a wide open layup. McHugh couldn't handle it on the defensive glass for LaSalle. Davis picks up the personal foul.
And just a lapse in thinking right there from McHugh. It's a great job normally using his IQ to get to the spot and pick up that rebound right there. Just didn't do it on that play, but Hawley right there fouled off a little bit of a trip, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the feet just kind of got caught. It's hard to not call that foul.
Yeah.
But I get it. Incidental for sure.
Carroll continues to bring the heat right there, but how about that? Joey Shields from beyond the arc does not fall. Front end of the rim.
Davis. Parisi got a hand on it. Foster bumps him. Contact, count it, and one. Nick Parisi attacks the rim.
And that's a huge bucket right there for Nick Parisi. He's been a showstopper all game long right there. And we can see he's a player that does not shy away from contact. Goes into Luca Foster and then has the contact again going up, but he focuses on the layup at hand, sinks it, and now he's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, Danny, just such great concentration there by Parisi. The big man, Drew Carrero, will check in.
And a foul is called, and that's going to go against LaSalle. Nearly had a giveaway.
A block right there, I guess, on Joey Shields was called. I think the ref's argument was that he used a little too much of his body there getting in on that play, trying to snag the ball. Unless I'm wrong.
It might have gone against McHugh based upon that replay, but again, tough one there because Shields had a hand on it.
Yeah.
And then Foster ripped it away.
From our vantage point, at least, it's a little bit tough to see which calls are going against which away from the scores table. Normally we're doing games in front of the scores table.
No public address announcer tonight. Again, we're battening the hatches. No internet either, by the way, but we're doing our best. And we'll get this one up after the fact. If you're watching this game now, you're watching it as we posted it right after the conclusion of the contest.
So LaSalle down 5 right here, as tight a game as ever, and the Patriots here do not seem to be letting up at all on the defensive end.
Parisi, it's a deep three. That drops.
Let it fly for.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And that's one of those shots that just, you know, when it leaves his hands, it just looks like it's going in. Great stroke from Nick Parisi, as usual.
Matchup zone here for LaSalle. Carroll trying to shoot over top of it. Parisi 1-on-5, and that's not going to go well very often. Williams is blocked. Joey Shields got in there. Now Rawls, a baseline drive. Heck of a handle by Foster, and they'll reset, adeptly so. Parisi got hands on it. Loose ball on the floor. And a jump ball. Alternate possession will give it to LaSalle. Great effort.
Yeah, tremendous hustle right there from Parisi and Hawley. They saw the open ball right there at center court, dove on that as soon as possible. That brought it into the jump ball rain, I guess, and then with the arrow pointing towards LaSalle, that's Explorer ball. Right there.
Oliver, big offensive possession here for LaSalle, down by 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see a lot more times Parisi's going to pull up from 3. His confidence has to be just through the roof right now after a really good game against Devon and having a really good shooting day so far.
Ton of contact not called. That's a great look for Foster from 3. Can't stop the bleeding, though, and then Foster with a giveaway 94 feet from his own basket.
Yeah, and that's big right here. LaSalle only down 1 score. They've scratched and clawed to get back to this lead all game long. They were down by as many as 10 points early in this contest. Saw some calls go their way, saw some turnovers go their way, and saw some shots go their way, courtesy of a lot of great players. One of them, number 4 here, Nick Parisi. So LaSalle with the chance to get this one all tied up. And right there, that's Liam Hawley. A great job getting to the basket quickly. That acceleration is just second to none.
And that head fake to keep the outside defender from crashing down on him and get to that strong left hand. Tied with 4:17 to play in the third. That's dribbled off the foot, and Altamare comes down with it. That zone for LaSalle has been very effective against the Patriots. Great position down low, and just a bit rushed from Grayson McHugh. Playing hot potato with it, felt like it needed to go up right away. Greg, good skip pass. That one is not even close from Luca Foster. And Carroll, the normally sharpshooting team, does not have it going on from distance. Hawley, his pocket was picked. One more look going to his weaker hand, the right hand. And 3 crashed down on him.
But you're right about this sharp shooting squad, Bob. They're mainly a 3-point shooting team. Most of their shots are going to come from the 3-point line after moving very quickly on the ball and off the ball.
And that might have been blocked. Yes, it was. Parisi doesn't normally miss him that badly from that range, so a deflected ball will keep it here with LaSalle.
And LaSalle, another chance here to reset offensively. Lou Hudak will be checking in here for the Explorers. It's number 4, Nick Parisi, getting subbed out. A quick breather here for number 4. And then goes the senior. So an ever-important possession here for LaSalle. They can take the lead here with a bucket.
McHugh wants the basketball. A lot more patient that time. Kind of a wild shot, though. Didn't really go up with his left. Kind of went up with both hands. Corral traveled with it. Fran doesn't like it on that bench. You can be the judge. Maybe just one more extra step to gather.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be the ref's argument right there. You can definitely see that little gather step. As soon as he catches the ball, that can be counted in the ref's eyes, as well as that drag of the foot when he's going up to lift off towards the basket.
Boy, that's a tough official to make that call there, because he really didn't extend the arm. You got the officials, you'll see here, near side of the floor is not going to make the call. It's the referee right in front of the LaSalle bench. That's
yeah.
Wow. We're going to get one more look.
Nice strong move by Preston Washington, though. I would have to disagree with that call, Bob.
Certainly didn't fully extend that arm. That might be off the knee, and it is. LaSalle basketball.
So that was number 2, Ian Williams, right there, looking for the call, going up with the basket, trying to draw the shooting foul here.
The defensive purist, Oliver, would say, hey, the defenses are twisting the screws, and sure they are, but I think both teams would tell you the offense has been a bit sloppy.
Yeah, a lot of loose balls in the game against Devon as well. A lot of balls getting tipped down in the paint from Parisi especially, and he had a couple stripped earlier today. To see something similar, both sides losing the ball, turnovers, balls going out of bounds, balls getting tipped, stolen. That's why there have been a lot of fast break points today.
Great job by Will Bearer to create another possession for LaSalle.
Yeah, Will Bearer hustle play right there for LaSalle, and rejuvenated this offense is here as Luke Hudak has the ball towards center court.
$1:53 to go, third quarter. LaSalle has given up just 4 points here in this third quarter thus far. Hudak gets to a good spot, couldn't hit it. And Corral is fouled. Joey Shields picks up the personal 4th team foul here in the third quarter. Next one will put Archbishop Carroll into the bonus.
So a great game here, guys, through almost 3 quarters of play.
This portion of today's game is brought to you by the Great American Pub with 3 great locations near you. Go check out their great menu, drink specials, and opportunities to host parties or other events. Tell Chuck Hemsher and the good folks over at the Great American Pub that Bob Long Sports sent you. E&M Insurance, run by Chris Marr, our good buddy, the former Alumni Association president at LaSalle in the class of 1989. They're a property and casualty insurance firm, and they can help you for your home or business. If you haven't reevaluated your policy recently, in particular with all these big storms that we've had, I would check your water backup, Sump Pump. It is a rider to your policy. It doesn't just come with your home insurance. And our good buddy Chris Marr can tell you all about that and other things that you should consider when you're looking at your insurance. And then CJO Design and Construction, a landscape contracting firm here in the greater Philadelphia area, run by Chad Ormond, who does so much with the LaSalle football team and supports high school athletes with his sponsorship of Bob Long Sports. Check out all our sponsors, and we appreciate them being part of the Bob Long Sports family. $1:34 to go, third quarter. Joey O'Brien checks in at the top of that 1-2-2 pressure, and that's not a good foul. 5th team foul here in the third quarter. Carroll can't buy a bucket, and now they'll shoot foul shots.
Yeah, O'Brien established himself as a really aggressive player in the past couple games. Again, too aggressive there. A lot of fouls called on him in the middle of the court.
A key miss right there for the Explorers. Number 14, Munir Gregg. Right here, the referees are.
Yeah, the Patriots. Key miss for the Patriots there.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. And now a discussion at the scorer's table across the way. On a day where it's just nothing has been quite as smooth as it could have been. Carroll doesn't have power. Chestnut Hill doesn't have internet. Trying to figure it all out. But we appreciate Chestnut Hill having us here. And whatever that discussion in the books has been adjudicated. Now Craig gives Archbishop Carroll a 1-point lead. O'Brien gets a touch at the top of the key. Here's Hudak. Oh, how's that not a double dribble? That's a wild shot there. And Greg picks it up. LaSalle has to avoid another foul.
Yeah, Parisi not the best shot right there. Could have let the play develop a little bit more here, but we have less than a minute to go. Archbishop Carroll only up 1 point here.
Great back cut. And the finish by Ian Williams.
Nice job there by Greg, just spacing out and just finding that back door.
Hudak not close, but saved inbounds for Bear. Hudak, and that was an ambitious pass there from Preston Washington. This has been the story here for LaSalle. They're talented, they're learning to play together, they're keeping themselves in these games. And then when they get right there, it's been a turnover sometimes at the wrong moment. Long way to go in this one. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Got to find a way to get a stop here to end the third quarter. And see if they can find that winning culture here in the fourth. Davis is guarded by O'Brien. Not a good foul.
Absolutely not. At this stage in the game as well, 8.8 seconds on the clock, and you know that Carroll's in the bonus. You just really can't give up that contact, Bob.
And you put a guy like Darrell Davis, the freshman, seeing one go through the hoop. Carroll in the run of play has been struggling mightily here in the third quarter.
Oh, and right there, LaSalle giving up an offensive rebound, though. That's picked up, though, by Nick Parisi.
They had one to give, and they gave it with 3.4 to go. Darrell Davis picks up the personal foul. Still plenty of time here for LaSalle with 3.4 to go. They'll inbound in a really good spot right in front of us here. Here's the inbound to Parisi. Parisi, I don't think he got it off in time. He slipped. He's a little gimpy as he goes to the bench. One more look. Just slipped with that right foot there. And we go to the end of three, guys. It's 32-28. So we've seen LaSalle play Oliver in the 70s. I don't think this one's getting to the 70s, but they have an opportunity here going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the last three games for LaSalle have been very, very close. A close game in the comeback against Prep, 4-point game against Devon. It looks like we're going to have another close one here. And it's just nothing's going right here in terms of luck-wise. High-scoring game against Prep, they couldn't get it done. High-scoring game again against Devon, and now that they have a low-scoring game, Carroll also with a low-scoring game, but they just can't quite get that edge. And is it because of the scenery change? We don't know, but...
Well, Alex, what do you think the key will be here in the fourth quarter?
I think just making shots is the only issue with both teams, but if they keep moving the ball like they are through their motions, which they're doing very well, and they can, once they start knocking down shots, it's going to go one way.
Yeah, LaSalle here was tied up with around 3 or so minutes to go. If memory serves correct, and let a couple foul calls go against their way, and a 4-point lead here remains for the Patriots going into this fourth quarter. So absolutely going to be an entertaining quarter we have on the books here.
Speaking of the books, and that's why I look at the scorers table here, Chris Carabello, basketball moderator, was having a somewhat impassioned discussion there, trying to figure something out. Remember, there was that stoppage in the third quarter. We don't know exactly why. But as we understand it as it stands, 32-28, Archbishop Carroll leads over LaSalle. And the Explorers of LaSalle dressed in blue, Archbishop Carroll in white. LaSalle in a 2-3 zone. Veneer Gregg just lost the basketball. Luke Hudak attacks the rim with pace.
Yeah, that's a big bucket right there for LaSalle. Get you in one score here of the Patriots. Hudak did a great job there recognizing that ball, poking it free, and driving all the way to the cup. How about that acceleration?
Williams nearly lost the basketball. And he'll get it back. It's an open three. LaSalle basketball. Actually might have been touched last by Grayson McHugh. Kind of tough to tell here.
Yeah,
we get the
Rawls
advantage of 50% speed.
Yeah, Rawls was absolutely irate with that call.
I think it was either they could have called it over the back foul on the little shove there on McHugh, where it could have just gave it to LaSalle there.
Back to live action. 2-point game. And a foul is called against Luca Foster. Foster picks up the personal, and it is Archbishop Carroll's first here in the fourth quarter. This is for the lead. It's a deep three. Nothing but Twine.
Nice flare there by Parisi, not using that, not curling to the basket, but just flaring out and shooting a very deep three there.
In many ways, It is early, yes, but it's getting late early for one of these two teams here tonight. In terms of being in the top 10 and getting into that play-in round of the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs, one team's going to be 0-4, one team is going to be 1-3. Could be all the difference in the world. Great look inside. Nick Parisi to Grayson McHugh. Timeout. Largest lead for the Explorers.
Yeah, and this LaSalle bench right there is amped up off that bucket from Grayson McHugh. Did a great job getting in the spot and posting up, using that size to his advantage. And LaSalle up 3 right here with under 6 minutes to go. How about this for a game?
Quite a meaningful game for both teams, not trying to go to that 0-4.
This portion of today's game is brought to you by Next Play Basketball. It's an AAU basketball organization here in the Philadelphia area with some tremendous coaches, some great tournaments that they play, and a wonderful culture that you'd see sometimes not always the greatest side of AAU basketball. Next Play Basketball, high character individuals, high character coaches, and they push you to be your best on and off the floor. Learn about the Next Play mentality by checking them out on Facebook and online. E&M Insurance in North Wales, our good buddy Chris Marr does an awesome job with his firm. Property and casualty insurance for you, your home, your family, or your business. Visit them online at eandminsurance.com.
Nick Parisi is a complete different player in the fourth quarter. 18 points in the fourth against that prep and that comeback. Part of the shootout against Devon when every three was going down for both sides. He was their main 3 shooter. And today, a quick 3, a good assist there when driving, making space in the lane. And let's see if he can continue the way he's been playing in the fourth quarter.
And why not go back to the 3-2 pressure? The zone has been tough for Archbishop Carroll to figure out. Open 3 for Davis. Went behind the screen, but it wasn't even close. And the ball getting sticky here for the Patriots. Now here's where it's really important. LaSalle's come back in many games to make him tough. What they haven't done is play from ahead. Got to make these possessions count, and they do. Grayson McHugh.
I mean, how about that from McHugh? Once again, he did it on the previous play, and right there gets to the spot and uses that size right to his advantage.
That's a deep 3, and Hudak is called for the foul. LaSalle can't believe it. They say he undercut Corral.
Yeah, LaSalle fired up about that call right there.
Yeah.
Up 2 scores, but the Patriots are absolutely within this game.
Rawls. Extra pass for Williams. Corral. A deep 3. And that's the challenge with the zone at times. You don't have a specific player to guard. Davis all alone.
Dangerous pass there by Hawley, but good hands by McHugh.
And Corral bails out Grayson McHugh, who's a little bit out of control. But you'll see on this replay, Corral is going to bring that arm down as McHugh is going into his shooting motion.
Yeah, definitely right there. A difficult shot attempt for Grayson McHugh, but these 2 shots at the line are ever important here. This game is within 1 score. McHugh's been the guy LaSalle has called on here a lot in this fourth quarter. Let's see if it can continue. And it does right there on the first.
He struggled from the line, Danny, early on this season, but that looks good.
Oh, absolutely. When you have size like him and you can shoot from the line, it's absolutely so important.
So also,
right there.
Also something that Coach Ansel really stresses in practice is free throw shooting. I'm there witnessing it all the time. They might spend up to 20 to 30 minutes just shooting free throws all spread out through practice.
LaSalle stays in that zone, and why not? 4:15 to go. Great look inside. Count it, and 1 for Luca Foster.
Yeah, Foster, how about the composure right there on that basket? It's really hard when you have someone like Grayson McHugh, that frame rushing at you full speed, gets the shot off really quick. sinks that one, and then we can see just a little bit of contact right there. As soon as that ball leaves his hands, it's a shooting foul and the chance for Archbishop Carroll here to gain an and one. So despite the efforts there of McHugh on those previous possessions here, we still have a one-score game. And with that, a 2-point game.
Gives Archbishop Carroll a chance to pick up full court, too.
So we're on 4 minutes to go here. This possession for LaSalle is ever important. They want a chance of getting their first PCL win of the season, the first PCL win of Ryan Ansell's head coach career.
Parisi can't leave him open. Big time shot.
I mean, that's the guy you call on right there. Parisi, the showstopper here for LaSalle College High School, does it once again from beyond.
Williams, dribble drive. Big finish. 3-point game, 3:31 to go, and now the offenses are starting to hum.
Both these teams here going toe-to-toe. Number 1, Darrell Davis was tightly on Hawley right there. Hazel Tamari also tightly guarded.
They slow things down. Dangerous pass. Davis. What a pass! Foster, he missed the dunk! Held ball situation, it'll be LaSalle's ball.
I mean, how about that right there? Luca Foster, a full head of steam, an empty basket, chooses to throw that one down, going for a little bit of style, but around the rim, and we can see head coach Fran Bowe irate there with that decision.
I mean, Alex, what a sequence. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Bob, I'm just shaking my head over here because I saw the nice grittiness coming from Darrell Davis, something that you like to see from these young guards, especially nowadays, just wanting to play defense, but just not the outcome.
And then a bit of a frustration foul. Davis, he's been in foul trouble a lot of today, picked up that one. Hawley drives at the outside hip. Hawley, good move. Hudak looking for help. And a good timeout coming from that LaSalle bench. 2:34 to play. We got a ball game here at Chestnut Hill College on a Friday night in the Philadelphia Catholic League. It is a full timeout. We'll give you a game reset here. 42-39. LaSalle leads over, not over Chestnut Hill College. That was a slip. Also wearing red, Archbishop Carroll, the home team on the scoreboard tonight. Both teams 0-3. Munir Gregg comes back to play here tonight after being dinged up for a couple of games. But Archbishop Carroll, they have struggled from beyond the arc. And, Alex, I think you give credit to this LaSalle defense going into a zone. Carroll hasn't gotten paint touches. They've launched a lot of deep threes, candidly. They're starting their offense from the men's line, not the high school line, the men's college line. And it's led to where we are here today, a rock fight, but an absolute must-get for both teams.
Yeah, Bob, but like you said, it's definitely a defensive-sided game. I mean, look at the score. 4 quarters in, and none of the teams are even above 50 points. One not even above 40. LaSalle's just doing a great job playing defense as well as this Carroll team, and we'll see who can finish it out at the end.
Yeah, one phrase to describe this matchup so far, toe-to-toe, back and forth, punch for punch. I mean, both these teams here have played so hard tonight, and that just is attributed to the grit of playing in the Philadelphia Catholic League.
Wow, Parisi, how to get to the hoop. Grayson McHugh, a big follow.
What an athletic play there from McHugh. High IQ to get to the rim. Oh, my goodness, how about that block?
Blocked. What's the call? Archbishop Carroll basketball, and LaSalle can't believe it. We'll get another look. Parisi doesn't give up on the play. Oh, my goodness, that's a missed call. Foster tipped it on the way out. Deep three. Hits good, and that call, pencil that one in, bookmark that one. It's down to a 2-point game. That would have been LaSalle's basketball up 5 with 2:05 to go. Hawley. Liam Hawley surveying, puts it up, and it's fouled in the act.
Liam Hawley, a playmaker against Devon. Always him trying to run through, trying to find a pass, trying to get to the rim. Taking that role again here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Hawley, the senior leader here, has been a great player here for these Explorers, facilitated a lot of these plays so far this season. Does a great job of getting to the cup right there and drawing that foul. It's such a key moment in the game. About a minute and a half left in this one.
Yeah, he's had the ball on a string today.
And these, so important. Foul shots. Could be the difference. Got them both. 4-point lead for LaSalle. 1:34 to go. They've called on the defense all night. Can they get another stop? That is the 5th team foul against LaSalle. He was not in the act of shooting. Beg your pardon, it's actually the 3rd team foul against LaSalle, which is big. So no foul shots yet for Archbishop Carroll, and still one more foul to give. Williams. He'll shoot 2 at the line. Hawley got a flat tire after that one as well. One more look.
Yeah, and 2 big foul shots here on the horizon for Ian Williams. What can the sophomore guard do here for the Patriots? You're down 2 scores. Around a minute and a quarter left here.
Smooth.
First.
Smooth.
As for LaSalle, how you manage the ball here in this next possession alone could be the defining factor if you walk away with a win tonight.
Just another night in the Philadelphia Catholic League. 2 for 2 for Ian Williams. Full court pressure. Nice look for Luke Hudak, who flashed to the middle of the floor. And now Hawley. LaSalle doesn't need to be in any hurry here. Next foul will put them into the bonus. Oh, and they called a carry.
How about that call?
Wow.
Luke Hudak there, he had hesitated with his dribble. The ball was still in the air, or so it looked like.
Yeah, I don't know. He put it down. All right, carry the call. 2-point game. Carroll can put a little dagger in here. Williams, no. There's the follow. We're tied. Timeout, Fran Bow, before LaSalle could get it inbounds.
I mean, what about that right there? Drew Corral. That ball looked like it was in no man's land. It was a toss-up, and Corral using his 6'8" frame to get to that basketball and put that one up, seemingly putting the biscuit in the basket right there for the Patriots. Tie ball game here.
Oliver, we talk about learning to win. A young team, first-year head coach here. They struggled the last 2 years, this program. Learning to win is important. They had as much as a 5-point lead. Now it's tied. Okay. Reset. You got the basketball, 43 seconds to go. what can you draw up offensively? And then on the other side, Archbishop Carroll, this is a program that has won recently, but a lot of young guys. So this group of characters hasn't done it yet. One of these teams is going to learn how to win here tonight.
Yeah, Bob, you mentioned playing ahead today. It's very different, especially because LaSalle's spent every game this year coming from behind. They have, late in the game, they've had to be aggressive. They had to be quick. And now with a chance to slow it down, they had that carry called with Hudak trying to slow the game down. And now it's going to cost them the points that tied this game. So it's just a different mindset when you're playing ahead. And it's just something they haven't been used to this year so far as a group.
And two young teams, you have to learn quick, because if you lose this game, you're effectively losing 1.5 games in the standings. Two teams that are probably going to be fighting to be in that 9, maybe 10 seed. And so you play everybody in a round-robin situation. 14 teams in the league, you play 13 games. Everybody wants. Head-to-head is a massive tiebreaker come the end of the year. So you lose this one, you have to effectively pick up 2 games in the schedule to pass the others. That is why this becomes important. Does LaSalle hold for 1? Down to 22 seconds. Down to 15. Most important thing is get a shot off. Great that you've taken the clock down, but get a look at the end of regulation. Hawley, McHugh. Timeout with 3.2 to go. Hawley on an all-world assist.
What a play right there from the Explorers. Hawley using his big man McHugh. He's been a beacon for the Explorers this game so far, doing it once again. Gets to the spot, puts that ball up right there. How about that for the big fella? LaSalle leading in this one with 3.2 remaining.
Just what awareness there from Hawley. Just holds the ball. Nick Parisi sets that screen right in the middle. Hawley just gets in there, sees Luca Foster, the athletic big man. He's not going to put it up, but he's going to dump it low for his 6'8 big man, Grayson McHugh.
Now 3.2 seconds here. A lot of time on the clock for Carroll to get a shot off. So absolutely important that LaSalle stays in a very tight defensive set, does not foul the Patriots, and gets out of here with their first PCL win of the season. First PCL win in first-year head coach Ryan Ansell's career. It could be a big night here for the Explorers, but first they need a big stop.
It's been a tough week for Archbishop Carroll. They haven't had school all week. They haven't had power all week. This is not their home venue. It's what they're calling home here tonight. If they could put one in at the buzzer and sneak away with a victory, oh, it'll feel like home, Oliver.
Yeah, 3.2. Doesn't seem like a lot of time, but Danny, when we were in that Devon game, how long were those last 3 seconds?
Minutes.
I mean, we had that ball hit the speaker on that inbound by Hayes Altamare in that game. Just a crazy last 3.2. Do we have late game antics again here?
These LaSalle basketball games have been nothing short of entertaining this year.
It's a 2-point lead for LaSalle. And a timeout. LaSalle now has an opportunity to talk things over now that they see what Archbishop Carroll came out with. Well, a weight will be lifted one way or the other here. Or we could get a 2-point bucket and have some bonus basketball. There's a lot of ways this could go here in the next 90 or so seconds.
Absolutely, but, I mean, how about this game, though, so far? I mean, the Explorers just, I mean, kudos for the comeback. I mean, it looked like they were down and out from the first quarter. They had revived themselves with some big shots. Again, big turnovers, big foul calls. But, I mean, really, Grayson McHugh just coming alive here. In the late third and fourth quarter, LaSalle utilizing their big man all throughout this paint, doing a great job of facilitating plays, putting up easy shots right there, and just doing his part here for the Explorers. I'm really just, a commendable effort from 13, the big man, tonight.
Yeah, LaSalle was down 14-4 early in the first quarter. Kind of got them off their boots, but now they're back and they're ready to fight, and they're up 2 with 3 seconds left on the clock.
And the LaSalle faithful here are amped up here.
I like this. Joey O'Brien comes onto the floor. He's going to effectively play safety. He plays in the defensive backfield on the football team, defending against the home run ball. Carroll has to go the full length of the floor. This is for the win. It's good! And Archbishop Carroll survives. Off in time and good.
LaSalle's holding up 2 fingers here. They thought he was in front of the line. And wow.
That was a 3. No doubt about it. It was off in time. And Ian Williams puts an early dagger in this LaSalle season. Still some question. And I don't know if that 2 is a 2-point basket that they're asking for, or .2.
We take this 3-play here. Is that possible?
Did you guys see that as a 3?
Yes, I did.
That foot was right behind that black line closest to the arc there, but still a 3-point shot.
I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a finish to this game. In double coverage, nonetheless. It looked like he couldn't even get a shot off. There was contact on the player. And drained that one. I mean, that is just unbelievable.
A gut punch there for LaSalle. What a game. Both offenses figured it out in the fourth quarter. And whoever had the ball last won the game. Tonight it was Archbishop Carroll. They go to 1-3. And they're right back in the mix for the playoffs here in the Philadelphia Catholic League. That is how slim the margin is in this league.
I mean, that is just shocking. There's really no words to describe it. I'm still in shock. I have the same feeling as when Kawhi Leonard hit the dagger on the Philadelphia 76ers in 2018. That's a shot that was so improbable against all odds. The Patriots do find a way to come back in this one.
And look, I mean, the scenes on your television right now, LaSalle doesn't want to believe it. That is a tough one to take in the moment.
I mean, an understatement for especially how hard the team worked to get to this stage, to come back. I mean, just a pure heartbreak here for LaSalle.
That's 2 straight games now, Oliver, where effectively on the last possession of the game, LaSalle drops it. Really 3. I mean, St. Joe's Prep as well. They have played competitive basketball in this league. They just haven't gotten that one in the win column quite yet.
Yeah, they definitely keep it interesting, but we'll see what happens down the stretch, see if they can get some of these last few seconds to go their way.
We'll take our farewell now. Oliver Gomez, Alex Shevchuk, Danny Rovey, Brady Joyce. I'm Bob Long saying so long from Chestnut Hill College. We saw a classic here tonight. We're back on Tuesday as LaSalle takes on Archbishop Wood at 7 o'clock. Be with us then.